Hello everyone, I am Dr. Kalpana Chauhan. Today I am going to give a brief introduction about power system operation and control and what is automatic generation and control. First of all, we need to know about concept of automatic generation and control. We say in power system, in order to make the power system reliable and efficient, we need to add some operations or control algorithms. Why? Because always what we want that the power system should be reliable and efficient, and the at user end, if you think at the user end, that we need an uninterrupted power supply with less number of fluctuations, means there should be no low or high voltage frequently. Frequency should be maintained, but in order to keep that level, we need to add some operation and control algorithms to optimize the disturbing elements. Disturbing elements will change the frequency level, that is kept 50 Hz in India, and it may change the voltage level also. So there are many parameters that have to be adjusted with the help of some control algorithms, but the two main parameters are frequency and voltage. Service of the power system considered up to now was under steady load conditions. Now, demands for both active and reactive sources are never stable and are continuously evolving with rising or dropping pattern. How it happened? It happened like sometimes we just switch on the light, sometimes we switch on the light, fans, AC, motor, or sometimes we never switch off our home lights only. So these fluctuations arises from the consumer side, load end side. So energy management system is required for that. Energy management system is the method of tracking, organizing and regulating the electric power generation, transmission or distribution, or all of three. The physical plant to be controlled includes generating plants which generate energy and then fed to the high voltage transmission network that we called as the grid via transformers. Those switch step up or step down, and interconnecting generators, etc. Now, since the transmission systems have negligible energy storage, either generation or change must be balanced supply or demand. Production at generating plants is not controlled by turbine governors. If we are talking about the steam generators, production at generating plant is controlled by turbine governors and control center, which are the computer remote centers from generating plants. And these computer remote centers, we also call them as center controlling rooms. They generate the command for the generating plants and perform automatic generation control. This is all are the part of the automatic generation control. Now, energy management system is carried out by computer systems called energy management system, EMS, at the control center. Typically, these are called system control centers. These are also called, if we connect some sensors, some centralized computer, and some acquisition devices, then it is called as the supervisory control and data acquisition system, and it performs data collection and remote control as well. Now, what is the purpose of automatic generation control? Automatic generation control consists of two main, as I told earlier, two main and several minor functions that work on line in real time to change the generation at minimum cost against load, whatever may be the load, it is high or low at the preset values. So these two main functions, what are these two main functions? These are two main functions are load frequency control, and second is the economic dispatch. While the minor functions are there are many minor functions, and some of them are reserve monitoring, which ensures adequate reserve on the system. Second is the interchange scheduling, which initiates and complete scheduled interchanges, and some other related monitoring and recording functions, load predictions, fault allocations, or some trouble or disturbance analysis. Although there are many things to control in power system, but mainly voltage and frequency, and these can be controlled by regulating certain parameters of the generators, loads, and other equipment in the network. If you are controlling at the generator side, then it is called as the source management. If we are controlling at the controlling or applied some algorithms on the load side, then it is called the load management system. And if we are connecting some equipments in the network, then it is the mainly it is under the power system protection or power system reliability. To maintain reliability, health, stable work in the most economical way, both have to maintain, both means voltage and frequency on a specified values. Suppose frequency should be fluctuate within the limit of 3%, and voltage, if we are talking about high voltage lines, then the voltage variation should be 5% and 10% for low voltage for efficient and secure power system transmission. Now, frequencies, the frequency and voltage, we are talking mainly about voltage and frequency in the automatic generation control, and both of the dependency of both frequency and voltage are independent to each other. Frequency is global. Global means it is whatever the frequency on the one end, it is same in the another end or another node. But in case of voltage, it is local, means at one point it is different and at some another point it is different. So these having these two dissimilarity. Frequency should be always having a fixed value from one node to the other, and voltage having different values at different points. For example, changes in the frequency and voltage have an effect on regular device operation. In that case, control of frequency can be accomplished by controlling active power that is available at the generation side, or we can from where the power is injected, and load end, that is consumption power. Command of power at generator side is preferred, and load end command is done during only in emergency. Why? Because at load end side, suppose one house load is at a particular day is suppose X watt, and another day the same house load is Y watt, and X is less than Y, then but in some another day this is not x, not y, it is something else, it is z what. So it is very typical to apply some command for optimization on the load end. So those generally we apply some commands on the generator side. Now let's see if the demand is more than the generation. In that situation, frequency get fall. In this situation, there are two options we have, whether we increase the generation or decrease the load. Both are very expensive in terms of the compromise in power reliability. Next case is the demand is less than the generation. In that situation, frequency get rise, and we have two options again, whether we decrease the generation or increase the load, and these both are not in our control. Now what happened? Let's see. The energy, as we know, that it is never destroyed, it is stored in the form of kinetic energy, means the extra energy that is generated during the less load, at that time that energy is stored in the form of kinetic energy, and when the load is increases, this stored kinetic energy is used to satisfy the demand. If this kinetic energy is used to satisfy the demand, then this kinetic energy get reduced, it decreases, and if it decreases, then speed of the generator decreases, and if speed of the generator decreases, so the frequency is also decreases with the formula F is equal to Np upon 120. Now here we can take an example of a steam turbine. Here we have a turbine and generator combination, and there is a steam is going from the inlet of the turbine, and there is an turbine and a generator, and from the output we can get the power P plus j omega. Here to measure the frequency, we here taken F, we can measure it with the help of frequency sensor, and with the help of frequency comparator, the measured frequency is compared with the some referenced frequency, and then this comparison is applied to the steam valve controller, and it goes, its output is going to the steam pipe. Next loop is voltage control loop. In this case, we measure the voltage with the help of voltage sensor, and this voltage is compared with the help of comparator with the reference voltage, and the output of this voltage comparator is going into the control excitation controller, that is going to the generator. So with the help of these two loops, we can control the frequency and voltage of the steam turbine. Now the controllers are designed for particular operating environment. They take care of minor adjustment in the load demand without exceeding the defined limits of the frequency and voltage. Here the controller is preset for an operating condition. Here a small change in voltage or frequency if occur, it is sensed by the voltage frequency and frequency, and it is maintained by the controller. This quantity should not, controller is taken care that this quantity should not exceed above the prescribed limits. For a smooth operation of the system, the controller need to be reset time to time. Now what is, so these are some steps automatic generation control. Changes in real power. If there is a change in real power, it influences the frequency of the device. Note the voltage. Voltage is marginally affected by the real power. So changes in real power influence the frequency of the device. The loop of the load frequency control is applied, and the control will be generated for the actual power and frequency. Next is the change in reactive power. If there is a change in reactive power, it influences the voltage of the device. So the automatic voltage regulator loop get activated, and there is a control of reactive power and voltage. So this is automatic generation control of the frequency and voltage, and both are independent to each other. Means if there is a change in real power, that means we are talking about the change in frequency. If there is a change in reactive power, that means we are talking about the voltage. Thank you.